Hello, my friends. This is Ben Hutcherson, and I am here with your Riff of the Week. Today's riff comes from the most recent Khemmis album, Deceiver, and this is the first riff that blasts your eardrums off as soon as the record kicks in. That's right, this is the Sweeteth or At the Gates riff, if you will, from the song Avernal Gate. Today's session, I will be playing my USA custom shop Dunable Asteroid, loaded with bare knuckle pickups. I have a Black Dog in the bridge and a Supermassive P90 in the neck. All tones you hear are courtesy of Neural DSP. And hey, let's get right into it. Let's go. All right, so this riff is very much in the vein of that classic, 90s Sweeteth. You're at the gates, you're in flames, maybe your early soil work. Certainly you hear it in a lot of Black Dahlia Murder. And what we've got are a series of ascending or descending notes on the third and fourth strings, pedaled against a largely static note on the lowest string. So it starts at the 5th fret, like this. It's also worth keeping in mind that Phil and I are harmonizing almost every single one of those higher notes. The only time that we drop out of that harmony and play the exact same thing is when it moves to the strummed series of chords. And if you're curious about what Phil is playing, generally he's playing a third lower than my line, at least on the main riff. When we go to the hammer-on sort of turnaround lick, he actually moves to a third above what I'm playing. So whether you want to think of one of us as playing the melody and then shifting to the harmony or whatever, the point is, starts off that he begins playing a third lower than me, but on those turnarounds is playing a third higher than me. So let's dig into my part. Again, starting at the 5th fret. Then we move down to a first position chord. And there's a really wide stretch here, and there's also quite a bit of string skipping. We're moving from the third string to the low string. So you've really got to pay attention to your right hand mechanics, pay attention to how you've got that pick angled, and start slow. Now we move up to the 4th position. And then we've got the harmonized turnaround. Back to the 5th position. And now what is essentially the 7th position, but rather than fretting the 7th fret, it's an open 5th string. And then 2 chords. We've got this B major. And then we drop the B down to an A sharp, 5th fret on your 5th string. And end on that lovely D minor. Again, all note names are in reference to the actual notes, not the position you're playing in. And then it resolves to that D sharp for the verse. And there you have it, the main riff in Avernal Gate, the opening track off of our album Deceiver. So thank you so much for joining me for this Riff of the Week, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.